Friday, May 15th at 11:10 a.m. My name is Brian, and this is the Center Aisle. Here's what's really happening. Something about Iran, this whole situation, feels off. For weeks now, we've been told Epic Fury was limited, controlled, strategic, precise. But the deeper you look into it, the carrier groups, the oil panic, the proxy mobilizations, the diplomatic collapse, the warning coming off of the Gulf, the more this stops looking like a short military operation and starts looking like the opening chapter of something much bigger. So how did we get here? Now, if you only watch the mainstream headlines, you'd think this whole thing happened overnight. It didn't. This has been building for years. Proxy attacks with the Houthis, ISIS, all of them. Red Sea shipping chaos, that's happened with the Houthis before. They blocked that just like the Strait of Hormuz is being blocked. Militia buildup, collapsing negotiations, uranium enrichment fears. They weren't fears. They actually happened and they're still happening. Regional instability. There's still instability there all the time, constantly. So what's causing all of it? Every administration has kicked this down the road, which is why this is happening. The region became a pressure cooker, and eventually somebody was going to strike the match. So, if you guys happen to like these breakdowns with a little bit of sarcasm instead of these 30-second panic headlines that you see from the mainstream, hit the like button, subscribe. If you would, comment, please. I'd greatly appreciate it. It would really help the channel. It really, really would. So let's get back into this. Then came the moment that everything changed. First wave of strikes, February 28th, we start hammering them, right? They come out with the military objectives, no uranium, complete and total surrender. None of that has ever happened yet, but speculations around classified operations, some of those happen. Cyber warfare possibilities, those did happen. Regional shock, we're still in shock. So this wasn't just a message strike. This was a demonstration. A big demonstration. Expensive, huge demonstration. Here's where things get interesting. Because while everyone was arguing online about politics, the global markets were quietly freaking out. The Strait of Hormuz, all you need is fear. You don't even have to have any action. Oil dependency, everybody's dependent on oil, and now they don't have it, so they're going into shock. Europe's energy fears, I think energy fears were in Europe long before this ever happened. Inflation was everywhere. Shipping insurance spikes, anytime in the Strait of Hormuz you have a fear, they're going to go up. The BRICS concern, in other words, China, Russia, they're all getting involved. They're involved. You don't move this many military assets unless you're preparing for possibilities beyond the public narrative. In other words, what you're only hearing and seeing. So where are we actually right now? According to The Guardian, and the numbers are still fluid because some incidents overlap between harassment, attack, boarding, and confirmed seizures, but the broad reporting since the conflict began February 28, 30 plus maritime attacks, 4 to 6 confirmed ship seizures, multiple vessels sunk and heavily damaged. The strongest single figure that I was able to find from The Guardian was 10 deaths, 32 attacks on the region since February 28th. This included 2 ships seized on April 22nd, additional seizures, interceptions on the 23rd. The new seizure was just yesterday. So since February 28th, there have been more than 30 maritime attacks with the Strait of Hormuz crisis. Furthermore, Iran is now putting what I call boots on the ground. They actually went in with spies and tried to enter somebody's country. I want to say it was Kuwait, and Kuwaiti caught them, according to the reports. I don't quite understand what they thought they were going to do unless they plan on taking hostages because they have no bargaining chips left. So what's really scary is it's what happens if neither side believes they can, that they're going to back down or blink. They're going to sit there and do this forever. And real quick, comment below if you think this goes in that direction where we just sit here and continue to pay inflated gas prices. So what's next? There are really only a few ways this goes from here. Let's say scenario 1, more proxy escalation, more bombing probably. Scenario number 2, Hormuz crisis stays the same, even after China said that they would do anything, but we don't need help, Trump said. Cyber warfare, it's already happened, it can happen more. But the one thing is absolutely clear. The Middle East that existed before Epic Fury is probably gone. Because once the world sees how close things can get, markets change, alliances change, military strategies change, and history changes. Admiral Bradley Cooper just explained to Congress how drones have changed. We no longer use high-priced munitions for drone defense. We also use cheaper one-way attack drones. It's changing already. We'll keep watching this closely because I have a feeling this story is far from over. If you enjoyed this, please hit like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Greatly appreciate it. It would seriously help the channel. And as always, this has been your Center Aisle Breakdown.